Every great achievement is born from challenges. The more difficult the journey, the more meaningful the success becomes. Without struggle, victory feels empty. Think about it. When you look at the people who have achieved greatness, they all share one thing in common. They fought battles that tested their limits. They faced rejection, failure, doubt, and pain. Yet they kept moving forward because they knew that the road to greatness was not meant to be easy. The moments of struggle are not signs that you are on the wrong path. They are proof that you are on the path worth walking. When life becomes difficult, it's easy to question your purpose. You start to wonder, why is this happening to me? But the truth is, challenges are not there to stop you. They were there to shape you. Every obstacle you face builds your mental strength, your patience, your determination. It's in the hard moments that you discover who you really are. The easy days don't teach you much, but the tough days, those days you wanted to quit but didn't, those are the days that define you. The greatest rewards in life are not given, they re-earned through sweat, tears, and persistence. Imagine climbing a mountain. If it were smooth and easy, anyone could do it, but it's the rough edges, the steep climbs, and the exhaustion that make reaching the top so satisfying. When you finally stand there, looking back at the journey, every scar, every struggle, every sleepless night becomes a symbol of pride. You realize that the value of victory lies not in the prize itself, but in what it took to get there. Every meaningful achievement demands sacrifice. Whether it's building a business, mastering a skill, improving your health, or chasing a dream, you must be willing to pay the price. You will face moments where giving up seems easier. You will feel lonely, misunderstood, or even lost. But that's where transformation happens. That's where the fire inside you grows stronger. The more difficult the path, the greater the satisfaction when you conquer it. Because deep down you will know that you didn't get lucky, you earned every inch of your success. It's easy to admire someone's victory without seeing their struggle. We see the results, the trophies, the recognition, the success, but we don't see the battles fought in silence. We don't see the nights filled with self-doubt, or the failures that came before the breakthrough. Every successful person has a story of pain behind their achievements. They've fallen, they've failed, but they refuse to stop. That's what makes their victory sweet. It's not just about winning, it's about overcoming. You can appreciate light without experiencing darkness. In the same way, you can truly appreciate success without facing failure. Struggle gives meaning to victory. If everything came easily, you would never know the depth of your own strength. You would never understand what it truly means to fight for something you believe in. The hardships you face today are shaping why. For the triumphs of tomorrow. They are preparing you for the moment when you'll look back and say, it was all worth it. Every challenge you overcome adds another layer to your character. It teaches you patience when you want instant results. It builds confidence when you doubt your ability. It creates resilience when you feel like breaking. The pain you feel now is not punishment, it's preparation. It's preparing you to handle greater things, bigger responsibilities, and higher victories. So, when the road gets tough, look for an escape. Wish for it to be easier, wish to be stronger. Because when you finally achieve your goal after going through all the hardship, the feeling will be beyond words. You will feel proud not just of the win, but of the person you became in the process. The journey, no matter how hard, is what gives victory its sweetness. The more effort, struggle, and heart you pour into your dreams, the more beautiful the reward will be. That's why every great achievement is born from challenges, because without the struggle, the victory would never feel complete. And without the pain, the success would never taste so sweet. The battle is what makes the win meaningful. It's not just about reaching the destination. It's about surviving the journey that makes you truly victorious. Hard battles teach resilience, patience, and discipline. Every obstacle shapes you into a stronger, wiser version of yourself. When life throws challenges your way, it's not to break you, it's to build you. Every difficult experience, every painful lesson, and every setback you endure is silently molding your character. It's preparing you for the moments that will define your future. The truth is, growth never happens in comfort. It happens in struggle, in pain, and in perseverance. When you face hard battles, you are being trained for greatness. Resilience is born in the moments when you refuse to give up. Even though everything inside you wants to quit, It's that inner voice that whispers, keep going, when your mind says you've had enough. Every time you push through difficulty, you strengthen that voice. Life will test you again and again, but each time you rise, your capacity to endure grows. You learn to bend without breaking, to adapt without losing hope. Resilience is not about avoiding failure, it's about refusing to stay down when failure comes. It's about understanding that every fall is just another step toward becoming unshakable. Patience, on the other hand, is what keeps you grounded in the storm. In a world that wants instant results, patience teaches you the value of time and process. Every meaningful goal takes time to build. You can rush greatness. A seed doesn't become a tree overnight, and neither does success. The difficult moments teach you to wait with faith, to work without seeing immediate results, to believe even when nothing seems to be happening. That's where patience is born, in the silence, in the waiting, in the unseen or that slowly transforms into success. Discipline is the bridge that connects your dreams to your achievements. It's the quiet strength that drives you to keep working when no one is watching. Hard battles test your discipline because they strip away comfort and convenience. They force you to choose between what is easy and what's necessary. When you choose consistency over excuses, action over laziness, focus over distraction, that's discipline in motion. And over time, it becomes a part of who you are. You no longer need motivation to move forward, your habits carry you. That's the power of discipline built through struggle. Every obstacle you face carries a lesson. The people who become stronger are those who learn from the pain instead of running from it. When life hits you hard, you have two choices: either you let it destroy you, or you use it to grow. The ones who use it to grow develop wisdom. They begin to understand that every difficulty has a purpose. That purpose may not be clear right away, but when you look back, you realize that each challenge was preparing you for something greater. The heartbreak taught you empathy. The failure taught you strategy. The rejection taught you self-worth. The loss taught you appreciation. Nothing is wasted. Every experience contributes to who you are becoming. It's in the hardest moments that your real strength is revealed. When things are easy, anyone can stay positive. But when you read tired, frustrated, or broken, and you still find a way to keep moving forward, that's when you truly discover your power. The battles you face are not meant to defeat you. They were meant to uncover the strength that already lives within you. With every obstacle, you evolve. You learn to control your emotions, to trust the process, and to lead yourself with courage. Wisdom is not gained from books alone. It's earned through experience. It's the product of surviving storms, making mistakes, and learning from them. Every challenge adds another layer to your understanding of life. You start to see patterns. You realize that what once seemed like the end was actually a beginning. You learn that pain doesn't last forever, and that strength isn't built in comfort but in chaos. Each time you overcome something difficult, you grow wiser, not just about the world, but about yourself, your limits, your resilience, and your true potential. The beauty of hard battles is that they transform you from the inside out. They strip away fear, ego, and doubt, leaving behind a stronger, more focused, and more determined version of yourself. You may not notice it while you're in the middle of the struggle, but when you look back, you will see how far you've come. You will realize that the person who started the journey is not the same person who stands here today. You've grown tougher, calmer, wiser, and that's the reward that no one can take from you. So when life feels heavy and the road seems endless, remind yourself that you are being shaped, refined, and prepared. Every obstacle is a lesson in disguise. Every hard battle is an opportunity to build the resilience, patience, and discipline that will one day carry you to your victory. You are not just surviving, you are re-evolving. And every moment of struggle is turning you into a stronger, wiser version of yourself. The struggle may hurt in the moment, but the satisfaction of overcoming it lasts a lifetime. Short-term pain brings long-term glory. Every person who has achieved something remarkable has walked through pain, doubt, and discomfort. It's the price of progress, the cost of growth, and the pathway to lasting success. Pain is not your enemy, it's your teacher. It's the fire that forges your strength, the storm that tests your courage, and the challenge that reveals your true potential. In the middle of struggle, it's hard to see the purpose. You feel tired, frustrated, maybe even broken. But if you hold on, if you refuse to quit, that pain will turn into pride, and that pride will stay with you forever. Pain is temporary, it doesn't last forever. But the lessons and strength you gain from enduring it can last a lifetime. Every time you push through discomfort, you are building endurance. You are teaching yourself that you can handle more than you thought. It's like a muscle. The more you challenge it, the stronger it becomes. The same is true for your spirit. When life pushes you to your limits, when it tests your patience and determination, it's not trying to destroy you, it's trying to prepare you for something greater. The temporary pain you feel today is shaping the foundation for the glory that awaits you tomorrow. Many people run away from pain. They avoid challenges because they fear failure or discomfort. But what they don't realize is that by avoiding pain, they also avoid growth. The people who achieve greatness are the ones who choose to embrace the struggle. They understand that nothing worth having comes easy. They are willing to sacrifice comfort for purpose because they know the joy of victory is born from the fire of effort. When you go through tough times, you are not losing, you are learning. You are gaining resilience, wisdom, and appreciation for the things that truly matter. Think about an athlete training for the Olympics. The hours of exhaustion, the sore muscles, the moments of doubt, all of that is pain. But that pain is the reason they stand on the podium with tears of pride. The medal represents not just their victory, but every drop of sweat, every sacrifice, every moment they could have quit but didn't. That's what short-term pain does. It creates long-term glory. The same principle applies to life. Every sleepless night, every failure, every rejection, they are not signs of weakness, they are signs of effort, of courage, of growth. The pain you feel when you reach chasing your dream is different from the pain of regret. The pain of effort fades, but the pain of giving up lasts forever. When you endure, you earn something, and that no one can take from you: pride. The kind of pride that comes from knowing you faced something difficult and didn't back down. You didn't let fear control you. You didn't let failure define you. You stood your ground, pushed through the storm, and became stronger for it. That pride, that deep sense of accomplishment, stays with you for a lifetime. When you look back years later, you won't remember how tired you were or how much it hurt. What you will remember is the feeling of standing tall after the battle, knowing you gave it everything you had. The pain that once seemed unbearable will become part of your story, a story of strength, perseverance, and victory. It's the story of how you became who you are. The struggle is temporary, but the growth it brings is permanent. The tears may fall today, but they'll water the seeds of your success tomorrow. Every setback, every difficulty, every heartbreak, they all shaping your future self. You might not see it now, but you are being refined. Pain is the sculptor, and you are the masterpiece being carved from stone. It chips away at your doubts, fears, and insecurities until what's left is strength, wisdom, and confidence. You'll come to realize that the things that once hurt you were actually the things that helped you the most. Short-term pain teaches you to appreciate long-term rewards. It gives meaning to success. If everything came easily, you would never value the result. But because you suffered for it, because you struggled for it, the victory feels priceless. That's what makes success so sweet. It's not just the achievement, it's the journey that makes it meaningful. Every bit of pain adds weight to the glory. Without the struggle, the reward would mean nothing. So, when you're in the middle of your toughest days, remind yourself that the pain won't last forever. It's only a chapter, not the whole story. Every ounce of effort, every tear, every sleepless night is an investment in your future strength. The pain is temporary, but the pride, the confidence, the success, those will last a lifetime. Short-term pain may hurt now, but it's the doorway to long-term glory, and that glory will be worth every single struggle you face along the way. When success comes too easily, we don't value it or learn from it. It's the tough moments that push us to evolve and realize our full potential. The truth is, effortless success rarely builds character. When things are handed to you without struggle, you might enjoy the reward, but you don't truly understand its worth. The lessons that shape your mind, your discipline, and your confidence are born in difficulty, not in comfort. Easy victories feel good for a moment, but they fade quickly. It's the hard-earned ones that stay with you for life, because you know what it took to get there. Struggle gives meaning to success. When you work for something, sacrifice for it, and push yourself through doubt and fear, you develop a deep appreciation for the outcome. You value it not because of what it gives you, but because of what it took from you, your time, your effort, your energy. That's why the toughest journeys often produce the strongest people. The pain, the obstacles, the failures. They don't destroy you, they shape you. They stretch your limits and show you that you were capable of far more than you ever believed. When life challenges you, it's not punishing you, it's preparing you. Every difficulty forces you to grow in ways that comfort never could. You learn to adapt, to think differently, to stay patient, and to trust yourself. The tough moments demand that you dig deep into your inner strength. They strip away excuses, expose weaknesses, and reveal your true potential. Without those moments of struggle, you would never know how strong, resilient, or creative you can be. Easy success can often breed complacency. When things come effortlessly, we start to take them for granted. We stop striving for more because we assume it will always be that easy. But when you go through hardship, when you face failure after failure and still find the courage to keep moving, you develop humility and gratitude. You stop expecting success, you start earning it. That shift in mindset is powerful. It transforms you from someone who wishes for results into someone who works for them. The toughest moments in life are like a mirror. They reflect who you truly are. When everything is going right, anyone can smile, stay motivated, and feel confident. But when everything falls apart, that's when your real strength is revealed. Will you give up or will you rise? Those moments define your character. Every challenge you overcome becomes a building block of confidence. Each obstacle conquered adds another layer to your growth. The person who emerges from struggle is not the same as the one who entered it. You evolve mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. The most successful people in the world didn't have smooth journeys. They faced failures, setbacks, and countless moments of doubt. But it was those exact moments that taught them persistence, problem-solving, and resilience. If everything had gone their way from the start, they would never have developed the mindset needed to sustain success. It's not the easy times that create greatness, it's the battles that do. The challenges you face today are preparing you to handle greater victories tomorrow. Think about it this way: diamonds are created under pressure, gold is purified by fire, and muscles grow by being broken down and rebuilt. The same principle applies to your life. Without pressure, without heat, without effort, nothing of value is ever created. The struggles you endure are not setbacks, they were your training ground. Every time you survive a storm, you become a little stronger, a little wiser, and a little closer to your potential. Growth is uncomfortable. It demands that you leave your comfort zone and face uncertainty. But that discomfort is where evolution happens. Which you challenge yourself, when you fail and get back up, when you face fear and move through it, that's when you start unlocking parts of yourself you never knew existed. You begin to see that limits are often illusions and that your potential is much greater than your current reality. If success came easy, you would never discover the power you hold within. You wouldn't develop the patience to wait, the courage to try again, or the faith to keep believing. It's the journey, not the destination, that molds you into who you are meant to be. The struggles you face are your teachers. They teach discipline, humility, focus, and endurance. They turn ordinary people into extraordinary ones. So when life feels hard, when nothing seems to go as planned, and when success feels distant, remember that this is the process of becoming. You are not being denied, you are being developed. Every tough moment is carving out a stronger version of you. The easy road may look tempting, but it won't lead you to greatness. Only through challenges will you evolve, learn, and rise into your full potential. Easy success may please you for a moment, but hard-earned success transforms you forever. Failure isn't the opposite of success, it's part of the process. Each setback prepares you for the sweet taste of triumph that comes after persistence. The truth is, no one achieves greatness without stumbling along the way. Failure is not a signal to stop, it's a lesson in disguise. It's the universe's way of testing your determination, asking, how badly do you really want this? Every time you fall short, you are given a choice, give up or grow stronger. The people who rise to success are not those who never failed, but those who never let failure define them. Failure teaches you things success never can. It humbles you, grounds you, and forces you to reflect. When everything goes right, you celebrate, but when things go wrong, you learn. You learn what doesn't work, what needs to change, and how to improve. Every mistake becomes a stepping stone toward a better version of yourself. The process of falling and rising again builds the resilience and wisdom that easy victories could never offer. Without failure, success would be shallow. You wouldn't truly understand or appreciate its value. Every great story of achievement is filled with chapters of failure. Thomas Edison didn't invent the light bulb in a single attempt. He failed thousands of times, but each failure brought him closer to the breakthrough. Walt Disney was fired from a newspaper job for lacking creativity. Michael Jordan missed thousands of shots before becoming the legend we admire today. These people didn't avoid failure. They embraced it. They understood that failure is not the end of the road, but a part of the journey. Every setback was a teacher, and every disappointment was preparation for success. The reason failure feels painful is because it challenges your ego. It forces you to face your limits and admit that you're not there yet. But that's not something to fear it, as something to appreciate. Growth begins the moment you accept that failure is feedback, not final. Each time you fail, you gain experience. You start recognizing patterns, making smarter choices, and sharpening your focus. Failure removes illusions and replaces them with clarity. It teaches you what really matters and what you need to let go of. Persistence is the bridge between failure and success. Most people stop at the first sign of difficulty, thinking they've reached the end. But success often hides just beyond the point where most people give up. The more you persist, the more you learn to handle rejection, disappointment, and setbacks without losing your drive. That's where true strength is built, in the persistence to continue when it's uncomfortable, when it's painful, when it seems hopeless. Every time you try again, you build emotional endurance, and that endurance is what carries you to triumph. Failure doesn't mean you're not good enough, it means you're still learning. Every skill, every dream, every goal requires practice, and practice means making mistakes. Imagine a child learning to walk. They fall hundreds of times, yet no one calls them a failure. Why? Because we know that falling is part of the learning process. The same is true for life. Each fall teaches balance, each stumble builds strength, and each recovery brings you closer to mastery. Failure only becomes permanent when you stop trying. The greatest success stories are not about perfection, they were about perseverance. It's about showing up after defeat, believing again after rejection, and fighting harder after loss. Failure gives you perspective, it makes you appreciate small wins and recognize your growth. The people who fear failure never reach their potential because they never allow themselves to take the risks necessary to grow. But those who face failure with courage develop a mindset that cannot be broken. They see failure not as a dead end, but as a detour, one that may take longer, but ultimately leads to the same destination. Each setback is a setup for a comeback. The pain of failure fuels the hunger for improvement. It reminds you that success is earned, not handed out. When you finally achieve what you have been working for, the victory feels sweeter because you know what it took to get there. You remember the sleepless nights, the disappointments, the sacrifices, and that makes success meaningful. Without failure, triumph would have no flavor. It's the contrast between the two that makes winning so fulfilling. The beauty of failure lies in its transformation power. It doesn't just change your path, it changes you. It strips away fear, doubt, and pride and replaces them with humility, wisdom, and strength. Every failure is shaping you into the person capable of handling the success that's coming. Sometimes you don't get what you want right away because you're not ready for it yet. Failure is the training ground where readiness is built. So, When you fall short, don't see it as an ending. See it as progress. You are not moving backward. You are evolving. Every mistake, every rejection, every failed attempt is building the foundation for your future success. Failure is not your enemy, it's your guide. It's preparing you for the sweet taste of triumph that comes only after persistence. Each setback you endure today is strengthening you for the victory that will one day make it all worth it. Life is a journey filled with challenges, obstacles, and unexpected turns. At times, the path feels impossible, full of pain, doubt, and struggle. But that is exactly where greatness is born. The truth is, the harder the battle, the sweeter the victory. Every trial you face, every tear you shed, and every failure you endure is shaping you into someone stronger, wiser, and more determined. The struggle you experience today is not a punishment, it's preparation. It's preparing you for the strength, courage, and discipline you'll need to handle the victories waiting ahead. Success without struggle is hollow. It may bring momentary happiness, but it doesn't build you. The real power of success comes from what you become while chasing it. When the journey is difficult, when the odds are against you, when everything seems to be falling apart, that's when your true character is being formed. Every obstacle is an opportunity in disguise, a test designed to reveal how deeply you were willing to fight for what you want. Easy victories might please the ego, but hard-fought victories transform the soul. The struggle teaches you resilience, the ability to rise after every fall. When life knocks you down, resilience gives you the strength to stand back up, to keep moving even when it hurts. It teaches you that setbacks are not the end of your story, they are simply chapters that make your story worth telling. Without challenges, you did never discover your full potential. Without failures, you did never know what you were capable of overcoming. Every battle refines your spirit and prepares you for the next one. It's in the moments of struggle that you grow the most. The sleepless nights, the sacrifices, the disappointments, they are all investments in your future strength. You might not see the results immediately, but one day you will look back and realize that every bit of pain had a purpose. It shaped your perspective, built your patience, and gave you wisdom. The pain was never wasted, it was a part of your becoming. Because success isn't just about what you achieve, it's about who you become along the way. And yes, the road will be long and exhausting. You'll face moments where quitting seems easier than continuing. But that's the moment you must remember why you started. The reason you began this journey is greater than the pain you feel right now. Keep going even when the world doubts you. Keep fighting even when no one believes in you. Your persistence will one day silence every doubt. Your effort will one day turn every no into a yes. The harder the climb, the more breathtaking the view from the top. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's a crucial part of it. Every successful person has failed more times than most people have even tried. Failure doesn't mean you redefeated, it means you relearning. Every mistake brings you closer to mastery, and every rejection teaches you resilience. The only real failure is giving up before you reach your goal. Each setback you face is simply preparation for the glory ahead. The pain you endure today will become the power you carry tomorrow. Remember, easy success doesn't change people, tough experiences do. The easy path teaches nothing, the hard path teaches everything. It's the hard days that reveal who you are. They teach you to stay patient, stay focused, and stay humble. They force you to grow into the person who deserves the victory. Because success isn't something you find, it's something you earn. And the more you sacrifice for it, the more valuable it becomes. When you finally achieve your dream after the struggles, the tears, the failures, and the sacrifices, the feeling is indescribable. It's not just happiness, it's pride. It's knowing that you faced every challenge and didn't back down. It is knowing that you earned every bit of that success through your own strength, sweat, and belief. That's the kind of victory that lasts a lifetime. So, whenever life feels too hard, remember this: the pain you're feeling is temporary, but the pride of overcoming it will last forever. The battle may be tough, but that's what makes the victory beautiful. Every scar you earn, every lesson you learn, and every tear you shed is proof that you kept going when others quit. The reward will be worth it. The satisfaction of victory is always sweeter when you know how hard you fought to achieve it. Because in the end, it's not the size of the battle that defines you, it's the strength of your spirit. Every challenge you conquer writes a new page in your story of triumph. The world remembers the warriors who never gave up, who fought through pain, fear, and failure to rise again. And when you finally stand at the top, looking back at the road you've traveled, you will smile knowing that every struggle was worth it. The harder the battle, the sweeter the victory always.